taller than skyscrapers. I got vision, my family divide paper. We all taking flight so we can defy nature. We put the hours in and then we hit the showers. Rise to the challenge, never falter, never cower. The world seeks to devour, not me, I said. I be punching on my clock until the time I'm dead. I've been working hard, working hard. Everything you need, we work a lot, work a lot, work a lot. Like she paid the bit work for now. Working hard, working hard. Everything you need, we work a lot, work a lot, work a lot. Whoa. 9 to 5, I be on my job, putting in the work. Do my best till my dying breath when they lay me in the dirt. Blood and sweat, I'ma give my best, even when it hurts. Till my final days, will have it be crazy. Working hard, working hard. Everything you need, we work a lot, work a lot, work a lot. Like she paid the bit work for now. Working hard, working hard. Everything you need, we work a lot, work a lot, work a lot. Whoa. Still blessing hard, let's working hard. Still blessing, I spin on the sideline. Still blessing hard, let's working hard. Still blessing, we have to let it let's working hard, working hard. It be great. I don't want no whips and chains. Can't tie me down. You whip your love on me, baby. Whip your love on me, baby. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She's 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't want no whips and chains. Can't tie me down. But you can whip your loving on me. That's right. Whip your loving on me. Young Jackaka, Rico like Suave, Young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She be quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy. Going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy. She wearing cheetah print. That's how bad she won't be spotted around your boy. I don't like no whips and chains. Can't tie me down, but you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She's 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't want no whips and chains. You can't tie me down, but you can whip your lovin' on me, whip your lovin' on me. Young MISSIONARY, who sharp like barbed wire. She stole my heart, then she got archived. I keep it short with a Lord Farquaad. All the girls in the front row, all the girls in the barricade, all the girls have been waiting all day. Let your tongue hang out, everything. If you came with a man, let go of his hand. Everybody in the suite kicking up their feet, stand up and dance. And all the guys in the back waiting on the next track. Cut your boy a little slack. So Jack. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She's 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't want no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. I don't want no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me, baby. Take me back to the city I call my city, where everybody knows my name. Take me back to the people that call my people, yeah. I'm a long way from my city, my city. From my city, my city. Some girls I feel the ones that feel like an underdog. Used to write me off, now they're changing up the dialogue. Raise a glass to the past and I don't never prove it wrong. You could take me out the city, but I brought my family along. The memories are playing my head, but I won't let them burn me again. Came too far just to let go. Baby, I'm coming back home. Coming back home. Take me back to the city that call my city, where everybody knows my name. Take me back to the people that call my people, yeah. I'm a long way from my city, my city. rain came. Living in the fast lane and have to change lanes. Had a hoodie on my head before the rain came. Sometimes family and friends, that's the same thing. I thought I knew all about pain until the pain came. But I'm still in the Hall of Fame because I ain't hit the game. Never care about what it is or what it was. Never live your life in fear, live in love.
Here's my thing. If he wasn't causing a ruckus, why is it only female students involved here? I get it, we working, I get it, we all got stuff going on, but everything not for the internet and everything not for the classroom. Because in my opinion, taking out somebody's grades to be on the school should be happening in the school. And that's why I don't like public schools. I do agree that this society is hypersexualized, but you knew that. So why did you post it? Why are you doing it? That's why this one right here is homeschool and gonna be homeschool. There's be a lot going on in schools that just don't align with what I'm trying to get them to do in life. That's what y'all think about this. Was it inappropriate for him to have somebody braiding his hair? And I'm about to get my hair done by a beautician, so hush it off. Just drop your Twitch link to generate your best stream highlights. Powder will save all your best.
In a second. Abdul, turn up a little bit.
All right, here we go.
It's number 4. Forgot? I think Mr. Abdul forgot this morning. Good morning, good morning. You're tuned into Live in the DTV, and we thank you for joining us this morning for another episode of Live in the DTV. Yes, 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 we are on. You know, you might hear a little nasaliness coming from, oh, I have to fix that. Coming from me this morning. It's because my sinuses, man, have really been getting at me this week. Have really been messing with me this week. And it got me thinking, spring has officially sprung. Now, I just looked it up and it said spring supposedly for 2024 started Tuesday, March 19th. But I'm in the Midwest, in Detroit, in Michigan, so March and April didn't really feel like spring. Maybe the last like 2 weeks of April, but it really just started feeling like spring maybe about 2-3 weeks ago. March does not feel like spring at all. But they say it's going. Spring is March 19th till June 20th of this year, 2024. So March to June is the spring season. But as I was looking at spring, also known as springtime, one of the 4, this is the meaning of springtime, according to our favorite website, Wikipedia. Spring, also known as springtime, is one of the 4 temperature seasons succeedingly winter and preceding summer. They are 4 various technical definitions of spring, but local usage of the term varies according to local climate, culture, and customs. So that's what springtime entails. Go again. According to Wikipedia, when it is spring, the northern hemisphere is in autumn, and the southern hemisphere is vice versa. At the spring or vernal equinox days and nights approximately 12 hours long, so the days extend and the nights are shorter, with daytime length increasing and nighttime length decreasing as the season progresses until the summer solstice in June, northern hemisphere, and December, southern hemisphere. Spring and summertime refer to the season and also the ideas of rebirth, rejuvenation, renewal, restructuring, and regrowth. And that is our topic for the day. Spring, it's springtime. And not only for the season of, going outside, of being outside, it's also springtime for us in our lives. I believe spring is the season that I always feel like it's time to go. When it's this time of year, it's time to go. It's time to do more. It's time to build something. It's time to grow something. It's time to make things happen because it's rejuvenation season. In winter, we kind of feel, at least me personally, have a tendency to feel kind of dreary and down and dark, and it just feels like this long, almost not seemingly ending cold time. Things get rough, the season gets tight, finances start to feel very tight. Even you don't want to go outside. I mean, obviously it's really cold most of the time in the Midwest, right? In Detroit and other areas in the Midwest. You don't really want to be spending time outside and not spending a whole lot of time doing other extracurricular activities. You just want to work and you want to get out of that cold and you want to get home. But spring is different. Spring, you want to be outside. You want to be in the season. You want things to happen. You want to make things happen. And so that made me look up the definition of spring. Like, spring, to move or jump suddenly or rapidly upward and or forward. Upward and forward. So that is what it means to spring, right? We want to spring into new things. We want to spring into new opportunities. We want to spring into upward and forward actions in our lives. So my question to you is, what are you springing into this season? What are you going to spring into this season? This could be anything. Again, this could be personal life, professional, educational, monetarily. What are you springing into? What is your goal to spring into this season? And I see this season, the season ends on June 20th. That's what we just preserved. So on June 20th of this year, the spring season is over and the summer season will begin. And we should have accomplished a goal. Now, I know a few things that I have planned, but I'm curious, what do you have planned? And what are you going to spring into this season alone? New opportunities, new relationships, new jobs, new careers, new educational tasks and opportunities? Let us know here on Live in the D TV. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial and music break. When we come back, we're going to show you some of the things we've been working on so far this spring and more right here on Live in the DTV. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. This one.
Shoot my shot. I ain't gon' miss. Why you wanna stop my water, my track? You can try to cheat, taking me alive. You ain't taking me alive. So give me my spot. I ain't gon' sit. Shoot my shot. I ain't gon' miss. You ain't never seen no one do it like this. You say you did, then you's a lie. You ain't taking me alive. I believe I can fly. I believe anything can be achieved and applied. Gotta reach for the sky. Wanna do it, but I never had a reason to try. Do you believe in a lie? Want something so bad it can eat you alive? I see the grief in your eyes. Greater opportunities might reach you in time, but I came too far to give up now. Work too hard to get stuck now. Every corner I turn, I was turned down. Gotta look at my life like what now? Can't express myself, I shut down. Ain't no one left, it's just us now. Just me and myself with my bust down. Mama could've paid rent, but we up now. Shoot my shot, I ain't gon' miss. I'm gon' splash, I'm gon' fish. Why you wanna stop my water, my track? You can try to cheat, taking me alive. You ain't taking me alive. So give me my spot, I ain't gon' sit. Shoot my shot, I ain't gon' miss. You ain't never seen no one do it like this. You say you did, then you's a lie. You ain't taking me alive. I've been thinking about this since I was young. Fell in love and I was strong. Don't miss me when I ain't gone. Good Lord, I'ma die let you like too far. R.I.P. to too far. When I was gone, I was moving with the wind, yeah. Might have found what I'm doing it again, yeah. Just a jet, I was shooting at the rim, yeah. You wasn't there when I was shooting in the gym, yeah. You wasn't there when I was hooping in the bay, yeah. New Year, but I felt like a bad hair. New Year, now cruising in the bench, yeah. New Year, but I felt like a bad hair. Shoot my shot, I ain't gon' miss. I'm gon' splash, I'm gon' fish. Why you wanna stop my water, my track? You can try to cheat, taking me alive. You ain't taking me alive. So give me my spot, I ain't gon' sit. Shoot my shot, I ain't gon' miss. You ain't never seen no one do it like this. You say you did, then you's a lie. You ain't taking me alive. Shoot my shot, I ain't gon' miss. I'm gon' splash, I'm gon' fish. Why you wanna stop my water, my drip? You can try to cheat, taking me alive. You ain't taking me alive. So give me my spot, I ain't gon' sit. Shoot my shot, I ain't gon' miss. You ain't never seen no one do it like this. If you say you did, then you's a lie. You ain't taking me alive. It's Mr. Worldwide with the one and only Dolly Parton. And this is dedicated to all the powerful women working 9 to 5, 2, 3 jobs just to survive. I'm a powerful women. No man at home, raising all the kids alone, and I'm a powerful women. Y'all been strong but strong. Keep your head up and stay strong. I'm a powerful women. No matter what, never give up. I'm working hard with my mom. You name it, she did it. You name it, she sold it. You name it, she grew it. You name it, she stole it. We had to provide. We had to survive. So you name it, she stole it. My whole life was layaway. Pay, but the bills never went away. Put your hands to the sky. This goes out to the women working hard 9 to 5. to your mama and here's to mine. Thank you, darling. Mama worked hard her entire life. She had 12 kids at 35. Working 24/7, 365. Working 5 to 9
and 9 to 5.
They ain't dreams to watch you shatter. You just step on the boss man ladder. You got dreams you never take away. You never take away. Girl, with the money you'll win. Waiting for the day your ship will come in. Time's gonna turn and it's all gonna roll your way. Working 9 to 5. Here's to Jane and Lily and the girls that fight for equal pay, equal rights. Now some of us are pit bulls too. We appreciate the things you do. Thanks again for shining the light on the women that work from 9 to 5. My pleasure. Got it.
Gonna get it eventually, sir. You got it. You got it. We are back. We are back. You are still sitting on live in the DTV. As I say sometimes, I have several camera angles. So if I'm not looking directly at you, we're just looking at one of our other camera angles. All right, y'all. Sometimes, things, a production that's up and coming like ours, you catch your news on the late side. Being honest, we catch our news on the late, and with a small team like ours, we do our best, but we have to move at our own pace. So NFL Draft Day was a few weeks ago, and actually, it's still being talked about, so not too far away. But it was a few weeks ago, and we went down there, of course, because Draft Day was in Detroit, and it was a big thing, probably the biggest event that's going to hit Detroit this year. That's my summation. That's what I'm predicting. That's probably going to be the biggest event we have this year. Now I know summer's coming up. It's going to be different music, different different music concerts, events, everything going on downtown Detroit, Midtown Detroit, and all that. The African World Festival always comes. So we're gonna have different things at the different museums and in theaters that we have. But my prediction is that for this year, 2024, Draft Day probably gonna be the biggest event of this year. Now, with that being said, we went down to Draft Day, didn't we, Mr. Abdul?
Yes, sir, we did.
Yeah, we did go down to Draft Day weekend, and now we went down there, of course, as live in the DTV, right? That's what we got to be. That's what we're down there for. We're down there to promote live in the DTV, right?
Yes, sir.
Exactly, absolutely. So, while me and Mr. Abdul were down there, we noticed that, well, we're gonna let the video that we created speak for itself, but that Draft Day and live in the DTV taught us something. It taught me something, that you can build a culture almost out of anything. Now, these were people that were down at this event, and some of them didn't even like football. Like, I'm not a big football fan, and I was down there trying to promote my business. And there were other organizations and businesses down there promoting their brands and their associations and how you could be a part of that. And then there were just the hardcore football fans. Great. That's what you want to do. But it was the appreciation that people were able to all agree that, hey, this is something that is good for the community because it's going to drive money into the city of Detroit. So that's the good behind it. And we're going to feed people. We're going to have live music. I didn't hear about a lot of negative things that came, any crime or anything that came from that weekend. So I didn't really look into it. So I'm hoping that it wasn't. So it seemed like that was just something positive for the city. But it hit us a little differently at first. And well, you'll see. Right now on Live and DTV, check out Live and DTV's version of Draft Day for us. Right now. All right, Live and DTV draft. We put on something a little bit more team spirited, change that on. That was kind of boring. We put up this game at first. This is day 2 of draft day. We decided to set it to the game and try to get some engagement. But after starting there about 2 hours, we only got one person, some youngins, participate. About 3 people, but they were really young, and we felt that wasn't working. So instead of getting annoyed and feeling like it was a waste of time and wasting a weekend, and anyway, we decided to take a direct approach and immerse ourselves in the event, see what was really going on. And that's when we realized that this wasn't exactly the right crowd for us, and that was okay. That might be a bit controversial, but these people were there for the NFL, and it really didn't have anything, and we really didn't have anything related to the NFL at the time. So that was a bit of an issue on our side. But we're no stranger to adversity, right? And also, I'm no stranger to guerrilla marketing. We decided we can make a difference by just changing our tactics a little bit. So that's exactly what we did. We went on to find some indie creators and business owners around that day, and that worked well in our favor. We made some pretty good connections, and yeah, all in all, it became a positive weekend for Live and DTV and our business. But of course, this was still draft day, so I thought this video should be ended up with a bit of a challenge to see if how well me and Mr. Abdul were to being NFL draft ready. So we decided to come up with a few challenges. The first we had a little run and catch challenge. Because you're in the NFL, you're gonna have to run and catch. And after several bad attempts, we had to change up our tactics again, always change up our tactics. Whether you're in business or you are doing a physical activity, a lot of times you have to change strategies a lot. So we're just kind of running and trying to throw the ball to each other. Straight and then go. So yeah, it is sit, stand, pull each other aside and actually have a conversation. And after that, we both basically got out on the first time. I got out on the first time and something went the second, so I won that. The next challenge was a weight challenge, and honestly, the stuff is surprising on this one. I thought it would take a while to get the tire up, but actually, we were 4 seconds, I was flying time as weight was tied on that. The last challenge was go at a very narrow time. So, throw the football through this very first narrow tire, and doing that and just fourth throw. And after me almost getting on the first go, it took 11 additional throws to get on the top. So at the end of the day, we both tired, but I don't think either of us were passing an NFL draft workout anytime. Oh! Alright, that's the real, and that's all. Yeah. So yes, that was our NFL Draft Day recap right here on Live in the DTV, and we hope to be able to do other coverage of other events here on our channel. We will be doing coverage of other events here on our channel. We will be talking to and exploring more opportunities in the city of Detroit as well as beyond. So if you want us to come to your event and give coverage and give some engagement and show up And so what we can do, then reach out to us. Reach out to us on our website, liveinthed.tv, and we can possibly come out to your event and I can give engagement, provide coverage, provide you with a commercial video opportunities. You see, that's something that we commonly do here on the channel. We actually, a few weeks ago, went out to another event before the draft called a sneaker ball. It has some coverage of that coming up too. It was a sneaker ball that Miss Kim's Kitchen put on, and she wanted to show what they did over at Kim's Kitchen, why they're doing it, and it was an event for raising money for the homeless right here on Live in the DTV. Check it out.
N44. N44. Oh, 66. I, 17. I, 17. B, 13.
Yeah. So that was our recap of the sneaker ball put on a few weeks ago by Miss Kim's Kitchen, and they are going to, a member of her team is going to come on and speak with us in the very near future about why they created Kim's Kitchen, why they created this event, this charity event to feed the homeless, and what else they're doing over there at Kim's Kitchen, right here on Live in the TV. So those are the things that we are going to spring into this season. We're going to spring into more engagement. We're going to spring into attending and creating events that you want to see coverage for, and we want to provide you um, content for. So those are our goals here at Live News TV, just to continue creating great quality content for our audience, content that I know I'd watch if it was anybody else's channel, and I'm sure you would too because you tune in now. So you're definitely gonna tune in when it's more quality content, more wholesome, more interactive, more engaging, and you see more. And that's our goal for this year. And unfortunately, that's about all the time we have here on Live in DTV. Mr. Abdul, what's your final thought? And then we got to get going. I got a doctor's appointment to go to, which maybe we'll even tell you about eventually. What you got for us, Mr. Abdul?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. B.
Good morning.
My diet. keep learning and do better. Practice, learn how to be better.
What's your final thought? Say it again.
My final thought is keep learning and do better. Practice, learn how to be better.
Okay.
Keep learning and do better. Learn how to be better.
Great job, Mr. Abdul. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and next week you have to answer our question, Mr. Abdul. What goals do you have? What goals are you going to spring into this year that's going to move you on, forward and upward? That's our question for next week. So next week we got to have an answer, okay? All right. All right, that's all the time we have here today on Live on DTV. We thank you for joining us. I'm Jabril, Mr. Abdul, and I will see you soon.